Tonight at 6 o'clock, filling up your gasoline tank may soon feel a little less painful.
Indiana's governor announced today that he's temporarily suspending our state's sales tax on gas. Our State House reporter Emily Longnecker joins us tonight. So, Emily, when does this start and how long will this last?
Well, Scott and Ann, it's going to last 30 days for now, and it could start, meaning you could see it impact what you pay later this week, perhaps early next week. The governor said when those logistics get figured out. Now, after the 30 days is over, he's going to take a look at what's going on and says he could consider extending it for another 30 days, but he says there is no guarantee on that. Today's announcement comes after more than a month of rising gas prices tied to the conflict in Iran and the closing of the Strait of Hormuz, through which about a fifth of the world's oil supply passes. Governor Braun called on gas retailers to make sure the savings from this gas sales tax suspension is passed on to consumers. He said the state will be monitoring that.
I'm going to call on the Attorney General to enforce protections from any type of price gouging as well.
Republican leadership in both the House and Senate said they agreed with the governor's actions today. This comes on the same day that several Senate Republicans called on Governor Braun to actually suspend this sales tax on gas. House Democratic lawmakers said they are also in favor of this suspension.
This is what Hoosiers need right now, is to suspend the gas tax because of the gas being over $4 a gallon. The economic impact of it is yet to be seen, but we know there is some relief, and we're very supportive of that. It is about affordability.
And Senate Democrats said that they are also supportive of putting money back in Hoosiers' pockets, but they said that this is really not a long-term solution. They pointed out that 17 cents on the gallon is really not a lot when you consider that gas prices are over $4 a gallon, saying that that a 30-day suspension is really not a plan. They called it a patch. Now, it's important to remember that the sales tax on gas is 17 cents a gallon. That's what's being suspended here. But we also pay another tax at the pump called the excise tax. That's a flat tax. That's about 36 cents a gallon, and it stays that way. And for the governor to do anything about that tax, the excise tax, it would also require action from state lawmakers too. And Scott?
All right, Emily Longnecker reporting live for us tonight. Thanks so much. 13 News has been tracking gas prices across our state since this conflict in Iran began more than a month ago. The average price is up more than 50 cents during that time. You can check out the lowest gas prices across central Indiana by going to WTHR.com. Well, tonight there are new developments this evening as it relates to a teenager that was shot in the middle of a neighborhood in Martinsville. Tonight we're hearing from neighbors who were there.
Our Samantha Johnson, in fact, went back to that apartment complex today, and while she was there, she talked with them about what they saw. She also learned where that investigation stands now.
Tuesday's shooting near Morgan House Apartments is just north of downtown Martinsville. Police here tell us they believe the victim, the suspect, and any possible witnesses were all young people.
Yeah, I just hope the little boy pulls through because I hate seeing anybody get hurt.
Residents telling me they spent hours surrounded by flashing lights Tuesday night. Police say someone shot a teenage boy who had to then be taken by Lifeline to Indianapolis. At last check, that teen is said to be stable, according to police, who are now interviewing witnesses to find the person who did it. In the meantime, neighbors and police sharing a message for parents.
That's parents not doing their job and locking the stuff up.
We just encourage them to know where their kids are, know where they are, know what they're doing, who their friends are, and who they're hanging out with is a really huge thing.
The Morgan County Major Crimes Task Force is now investigating. In Martinsville, Samantha Johnson, 13 News.
And tonight we've got new developments following our investigation into an epidemic of fires inside of Indiana's oldest prison. 13 Investigates has learned the state of Indiana is taking drastic action to prevent the types of fires that have been exposed to 13 News.
Bob Siegel reports.
It is, and it comes just a day after another inmate was badly burned yesterday inside a cell at Indiana State Prison. In fact, in just the past month, 2 inmates have been rushed to hospitals after they suffered terrible burns there. And 13 Investigates has been exposing how this problem, huge fires inside the old prison, has led to several deaths as inmates are literally burned alive. Now, we've confirmed the Indiana Department of Correction is for the first time taking what it calls countermeasures. IDOC told me this morning it started removing electrical outlets inside cells in D Cell House, where many of the fires have taken place. The outlets are frequently used by inmates to light fires. In order to remove the outlets, IDOC had to cut power to the cell house. They are also doing what's called a shakedown, removing electronic items like TVs, fans, and hot pots from cells, basically anything with a cord that could cause an electrical fire. This afternoon, I got to hear what an inmate told his fiancée as he explained exactly what's happening inside the cell house.
At 7:20 a.m. this morning on April 8th, 2026, IDOC officials shut the power off to the entire cell house. We do not have running water. The toilet doesn't work. We are in the dark. Our lights do not work. They're going around taking people's fans, knowing that this place does not have air conditioning or proper ventilation. So when the heat comes, there's going to be heat strokes. So instead of fires, they're going to be heat strokes. They are blanket punishing the entire cell house for a few individuals that are smoking and getting high and causing fires as a result of getting high. Instead of targeting the individuals that are doing it, they're punishing everybody.
This afternoon, I also heard from the communications director at IDOC. Noel Russell told me the first order of business is stopping the fires. We are taking away anything that needs to be plugged in and needs electricity. While this might seem extreme, this is at least one route area where we know fires are starting. This is for safety and security, and we are going through this process as quickly as we can. She also told me inmates will be allowed to keep their computer tablets so they can communicate with their families. They just will no longer be able to charge those tablets inside their cells. She also said that inmate property that's been confiscated is being stored and it will be returned at a later time. Now, as you might imagine, this is causing tremendous frustration and anger inside the cell house. One of the inmates that I spoke to today, he described the prison tonight as a powder keg. Now, I'm told the commissioner of IDOC is there taking a look at exactly what is happening, and there are more changes, we are told, that are coming as inmates continue to recover from these recent fires and these changes continue to take place at the prison. We will continue to monitor it all. In the newsroom, I'm Bob Siegel, 13 Investigates.
All right, Bob, thanks so much. If you want to see what's behind some of these fires that Bob has uncovered, you can watch our full documentary. It's called Burned Alive. It is streaming on demand on WTHR+. It is also available for viewing on YouTube. Angela?
Anne-Marie, after a chilly start, we ended up in the upper 60s and low 70s today. Thursday will be even warmer, middle and upper 70s tomorrow afternoon.